All right, so we're going to talk about sleeping supine. For those of you that don't know what that is, that's lying on your back, face up. So, new term for you. All right, so caught you off guard with that one, huh, Meg? All right, so I have Meg positioned in a position where so many of my clients naturally go to. They have this big, thick pillow, and they put it under their, not just your head, but also under their shoulders, okay? So it actually puts them into this like, let me push my shoulders forward, but then relatively make my head still have to go backwards, even though I'm like mostly in this forward position. I hope that looks okay. But so what I want to show you here is if you're lying on your back, go ahead and lift your head up, Meg. You don't need a pillow this thick. You can have a thinner pillow, and you don't want it to be under the shoulders. Go ahead and relax down. You want it to actually kind of come in front of the shoulders, so that way the shoulders can relax down and open up at night, and then the head and neck is supported in a more neutral overall position. It's another reason why I like a high quality down pillow, because even if you get a side sleeping down pillow, you can kind of nuzzle your head in and move the down around a little bit to create room for your head, and then you can kind of push it in from the side so that if your head kind of tilts one side versus the other, it's still supported. Secondly, for the lower body, so for people that sleep on their back, this position has the least amount of stress and strain on the lower back throughout the night. So preferable to side position, certainly preferable to sleeping on your stomach, all right? The thing is, if you're tight on the front of your hips, you can actually get some extra tension into your lower back. So for people that have that problem, I recommend a pillow underneath the legs. Now, typically, people also have that amount of education, like, oh yeah, I've heard I need to put a pillow under my legs. What they'll do by default is put it just right underneath their knees, which does feel better, but it's not optimal, all right? So for optimal, Meg, I want you to just feel what you feel like right now, all right? And Meg has a lot of hip mobility, so she's not going to feel as much relief with this as someone that is really tight in the front of their hips, just as an FYI. So right here, she's not fully supported underneath the proximal portion of her legs, or the portion that's closer to her hip, and she's not very supported in the area that's down closer to her ankles. So one thing that we can do is go ahead and bend your knees up, is slide that pillow back, or as she almost just did, relax back down. She could actually slide her heels back, push the pillow all the way up against her bottom, and then relax her legs down. And then we have that pillow support from where her legs, or her long bone of her legs first starts, and then at least to the knees. All right, and for a lot of people, that's enough, but that's not enough for everyone. So some people need two. If they have really tight hips, go ahead and lift your legs up. If they have really tight hips, they can go here. All right, and then what I have these people do is, Meg tried to correct it, but that's not what I actually wanted her to do, is I want you to just grab the top pillow with your hands and pull just the top pillow down, not underneath your hip, but just to where your legs begin. And then she can relax her legs totally down, and we're supported almost the entire length of her legs. If I was being nitpicky, I would want to support a little bit here, but in general, that feels very comfortable for people who stay on their back most of the night.